Hi, I'm Borkon. Glad to have you here. Welcome back. And as you can see, yep, the tunnel bore is done. I did the live stream, like I said, after the previous episode, and I got enough ancient debris. Didn't take much time at all. And we started digging. Well, I just needed to place the ancient debris on the front of the machines, and everything is working just fine. What is the blinking there? This must be some shader thing. Let's do one blowy up with shaders, just to see that this whole thing works. Yeah, the lights are blinking with shaders. I will have to turn them off. Yeah, there we go. Boom. But as you can see, I messed up a little bit. I placed this way too high. I should have placed this about 1 or even 2 blocks lower down because, well, like I mentioned earlier, if we just free cam here, there are lava pockets just under the sea lanterns. Okay, this is way too bright to have with shaders, so let's turn the shaders off. There we go. It looks so bland without shaders. I actually like this area with shaders. I think I'm gonna just use them. The sea lanterns are a little too bright. But yeah, so there are these lava pockets here, and unfortunately, I am blowing through them. And if I place this just 1 block or 2 blocks lower down, we wouldn't be doing that. And it is a bit of an issue, because now I just basically, every time I blow something up, I need to jump up here and plug the holes, pretty much like this. And yeah, that's what I'm doing for the past few days. And yeah, I have to do it for all of them because the tunnel bore doesn't shoot through lava, or rather, the lava protects blocks from blowing up. So that is an issue. And yes, we did have an issue during the live stream. I actually... there. I blew this machine up. Actually, twice. Once I actually only blew up, I think it was this barrel or that barrel, blew up because there was gravel on top of the barrel. The gravel ended up here, right? And the TNT is flying, and it landed in front of the gravel and blew things up that shouldn't have been blown up. But that is fine because the barrels are far enough from each other, so even if this TNT falls down and blows up, it doesn't trigger the TNTs next to them, so I just had to rebuild this barrel. And before I forget, let's remove that one because that would be dangerous. Unfortunately, I blew it up again later, and that was much worse because a lot of the machine was damaged. And that was pretty much by mistake or stupidity, or I don't know. It wasn't stupidity, it was just I was being careless. So if you've seen my tunnel bore in the past, I used to have a note block here for triggering the single step engine. But, well, note blocks have an interesting property. If there is a block below the note block, and you remove that block, that changes the notes on the note block, and the observer observes that. I know this, right? This is well known that you can trigger note blocks by just moving the block under them. The problem is that this kind of information isn't stuck in your brain. So what I did was basically just trigger one explosion, and then I thought I need to clean up some of the blocks under the engine, and I just removed the block under the note block, and that triggered another explosion before the previous TNTs have exploded, and that means that there is a TNT right here waiting to explode. Another TNT comes in and lands maybe behind it or maybe in front of it. It blows up, that shoots the second TNT back into the machine, and a lot of this blew up. But we rebuilt this, and I think, like, if I free cam here, we are about, not really halfway. Halfway point should be pretty much exactly here. This is the standard AFK spot. So we're still a few blocks from the halfway point. And then I will, of course, have to build this machine again and again, and probably again, but I'm not exactly sure about that, because I mentioned in the previous episode, right, that we are only getting a 1, 2, 3, 4. That we're only getting a 4-high tunnel, guaranteed, and that is kinda true, but kinda maybe not perfectly true, because it is 4-high with these bits. If we see the bits between the barrels at the ceiling, they are leftovers and they don't get blown up because the barrels are quite far away from each other. But look at how much floor I have blown up in most places. And this kind of is suggesting to me, I'm not sure, I will have to test it in creative later. Before I rebuild the tunnel ball lower down, I will have to test this in creative. But there is a possibility, like if I place the barrels offset so that the barrels end up here, there is a good chance that we will be able to blow this up. Because, like, look at all the ceiling above the barrel. It does blow up 1, 2, 3, like 5 wide and 5 high. So if I just offset them a little bit, it should probably maybe work, and we will only have to build this 3 times. Now I just have to, well, I was about to, now I just have to bore, and I wanted to click the fence gate, but no, I need to plug all the lava, and then we need to go digging until we finish this. And yes, we can see the end of the tunnel. No, there is still one more lava. I actually need to clear that. We're not taking any chances now that I'm almost done. Well, I'm almost done with the first layer out of at least 3, maybe 4. But the next ones, I am so much hoping that they're gonna be much faster than this one, because there won't be so much lava. There won't be almost any lava. This has been 4 days, 3 or 4 hours every day. Yeah, this has been ridiculously slow. Mostly because, like, the lava pockets in the beginning, I was saying, like, oh, that's bad. No, there were much worse lava pockets in the middle of this whole area. But yes, we are done. Let's just finish this one last lava. No, there is more lava pouring down from here, and I think I'm done. I think this is the last one. There cannot possibly be any more lava in here. No, we are already getting outside of the area. So there we go. I am hoping you were the last lava. Let's see if it was. Where is the middle? So I have put the sea lantern on top of the engine so I can find it. So I can find it easier, because I am moving around here a lot. No more. Oh, come on. I was about to say no more lava, but of course there is. But I am picking up the cobble deep slate, and I've been putting the cobble deep slate into shulker boxes, and yeah, try guessing how many shulker boxes of cobble deep slate I have, not by deliberately picking it up, just by walking around here when plugging the lava holes. Just make a guess. Would you think I got maybe 3, 4, 5 shulker boxes of cobble deep slate? Well, we are almost done here. I have not much more to show you in here, so let's just see how much cobble deep slate I got. And I mean, this is literally just from walking to lava pockets and accidentally picking stuff up. And yes, that one was full, that one was full, that one was full, and that one was full. I almost got a double chest of cobble deep slates just by accident. I started getting shulker boxes to pick it up. Today, what we actually gonna do, it ended up taking me a whole week to just do that one layer, because I couldn't put in like 10 hours in a row. I had to just scatter the things, but we have a completely different project I was already planning, and this was a very good excuse to do that project. I need to extend my bulk storage, and let's go back to my base to see what that's about. Ah, yes, I found the diamonds. So this is just diamonds. Also, I didn't specifically look for diamonds. Those were just diamonds I picked up. Oh, diamonds on the floor. Let's just pick up a couple of blocks when I was walking to plug the lava holes. So you can imagine, like, if you find this many diamonds spontaneously, how insanely long time it took to finish that. But we are finished, and no, this is not the floor I'm going to. I'm going to this floor. So a while ago, quite a while ago, ooh, barrels here. Quite a while ago, I built this thing, which is the bulk storage system, and I said I would extend it when I needed to store more things, and I definitely need to store the cobble deep slate and a bunch of other things that I know I'm missing from here that should be in here. But I was also talking about extending the storage system, and that's what we're going to be doing today. I am going to kind of design other parts that I need to plug into this to make the storage system work kind of the way I want. I really don't want to design a massive storage system that is just one unit. Like, I've seen a lot of people do that, right? They design one just absolutely massive storage system that is fully prepared in creative, and then you just take a blueprint and then you drop it in your world, and it is completely amazing, and people often even design it with flexibility in mind, so that there are possibilities to extend it in the future when Minecraft adds new items and stuff like that, and that is great. But I prefer my systems to be, I don't know what to call it, loosely coupled, I would call it. Which means that I don't want things to be super integrated with each other. I just want one bit that is doing one thing, and then it's passing on it to the next thing and the next thing. So the bits I want to add today is to completely change the input for my storage system, because this is not connected to anything right now, right? And I kind of want to change that. So currently the input to my storage system is this chest. I drop stuff in here. It goes through a horrible hopper tower into this thing here. This right here separates shulker boxes from normal items, and this thing is very slow. And here is a shulker box unloader, so in case I throw in shulker boxes in there, the shulker boxes end up here and get unloaded. But I want to remove this entirely and pretty much have this functionality except up here. And so we need to figure out a way to insert stuff into the system, separate the shulker boxes from normal items, then get the normal items and drop them back in, I think this chest? Yes, this is the input to the multi-item sorter. I'm not touching the multi-item sorter. I probably will never touch it because it's working fine. I might need to extend it a little bit, but it has been working good after I fixed a few bugs, which were with the way I built it and the way the chunk loader activated. So now it's working fine after I fix a few problems. But I want the shulker box separation to happen up here. Let's build up some prototype for how this should look out here. And yeah, a thing happened. So we were supposed to go into creative, and that might not even be clear from the previous clip because I did some cutting in it because I was mentioning creative. And well, long story short, I got kind of sick, couldn't really record. So instead of going into creative and designing this whole thing with you, I did a thing. And multiple things, like a lot of things. The entire thing is designed and built. It's not fully connected yet, but it is designed and built. I even added another floor here. I almost forgot to mention that, but I just realized that, yeah, I added another floor here. This is the floor here with the bulk item storage, and yeah, there is a floor. So, how is this supposed to work? I don't even know where to begin to explain this. Let's go down to the multi-item storage level and see how our input works. So this is the new input. There used to be a chest here, right? This is the new input to my storage system, and we can do something like maybe just throw in some items and they go up a bubble waiter. That's how everything begins. And up the bubble waiter, the items continue here, and we need to free cam this a little bit. And they go into this magical thing. We already ran out of items, but go into this magical thing, which is a shulker box separator. So this is a dropper here, and that's another dropper. This dropper is shooting items into this dropper, and at the same time, or just after the item comes into this, like an instant dropper line, except it's just two, the dropper tries to shoot the items into this shulker box. Since we're doing it on an 8-tick clock, anything that doesn't go into the shulker box, which means shulker boxes because everything else can be put into shulker boxes themselves do not get into the shulker box and instead get picked up by this hopper here. Now, all the items that we got into the shulker box, which is everything except shulker boxes, go into this dropper, which just shoots everything down, so they're falling down into this thing here. And this is the input to the multi-item sorter, so the old storage system. And I have a little trick here, because at some point we can get items falling down here at double speed, so I have two hoppers picking them up, and I think this works. What I mean is that items will end up in this little bit of water, and they're gonna get pushed against this honey block, and they will end up on the edge between these two hoppers. So things will get picked up by both this hopper and this hopper. Not 100% sure that it works, but I've done some testing, and it seems to work the way I want. So both these hoppers can pick items up in case we are dropping things into this, well, fault chute, whatever we want to call it, at double speed, which can happen sometimes. And the reason why it can happen sometimes, this one shoots just at normal hopper speed, right? But the shulker boxes that couldn't be shot into the shulker box end up in this hopper here, and they end up in this magical machine, which might actually be hard to explain. Let's get out of free cam, because here we can actually walk around. And by the way, before I explain what this bit of the machinery does, this thing here, I was told that this is a standard storage tech design for separating items from shulker boxes. I have never seen it before. I kind of accidentally designed it like many, I don't even know how many months ago. Could have even been a year ago. I just kind of accidentally designed it, and I was told, yeah, that this thing exists and it is well known. The designs that are on the wiki and everywhere I've seen are only running at half hopper speed, so this is full hopper speed, which is very, very nice. Anyway, the machine down here, the component that we have down here, is the shulker box separator. So it separates shulker... I might be terrible at terminology here. I don't know storage tech terminology. I'm making it up myself. But this separates completely full shulker boxes from partially full and empty shulker boxes. So the completely full shulker boxes, we want them to end up there, and this bit isn't connected just yet. I just haven't done it. I just decided to start recording now before I do it, because I have gotten my voice back. So let's try to do some recording while I can still speak. Badly, as usual, of course, but hey, we'll take what we can get. Anyway, this thing separates the completely full shulker boxes from partially full and empty shulker boxes, and the completely full shulker boxes, the assumption is that they should go into the bulk storage system. This might not be a completely true assumption, but it is good enough. And the completely full shulker boxes end up in this dropper right here. Actually, can we test this? We can test this. So I can insert items into the storage system from any level. It's kind of ugly, but yeah. Only at the bottom level I can actually throw them in. Here I don't really dare, because if I have an open gap here, items can get stuck on the glass. I'm not really happy with that. So everywhere else other than the bottom floor, we need to actually throw the items through a dropper. So this is a full shulker box. Let's free cam quickly. That's the box, and goes into this one, I hope. Yes, and we have our blocks of quartz, and it's a completely full shulker box. Do I have some other shulker box that I can throw into the system? This one? Yeah, okay, why not? So this one should not end up in this dropper. This one, if I throw it in... And this one ended up in the shulker box unloader. This is a design by Samuels the Sage and RafQ that I found on YouTube. I've been trying to design my own shulker box unloaders, but they just end up bulky and ugly and don't work very well. So I just use the standard design. It's the same design, by the way, that I'm using in the furnace array, except that the one in the furnace array, the one, you know, with the minecart that I didn't have problems with at all. Not at all. That one is double speed. That's why it has the minecart. Here, I definitely don't want to have it double speed because our multi-item storage doesn't handle double speed anyway. So this unloads the shulker boxes and shoots them out into this drop chute that goes into the multi-item storage. And now, there are two things that we need to fix. So the simple thing that I need to fix right now is... oh, it's not here. I'm already lost. Is to connect this dropper into some kind of water stream that will take the full shulker boxes into the shulker box sorter through this chest. So if I put... actually, do I... I think we have... Oh, we'll see. I think we have quartz in the bulk storage system. Yes? No, this is bone. This is iron. This is quartz. So it should have ended up here. Let's just try this again. So there are 3 shulker boxes full of quartz here. And if I drop things in to this thing here. Did it already happen? Oh yeah, okay, we have 4 now. I didn't even hear anything. It was that fast. It happened probably when I was flying. We need to connect the full shulker boxes from this dropper to there somewhere, some water stream probably. I'm not exactly sure how I want to route the water stream, but probably under the ceiling here and into there. That's the easy part. There's unfortunately a very hard part that I haven't figured out yet. And for that, we need to go to the bottom floor to see at one component of the system that I still haven't replicated up there. And it is this thing. So this wall of blackstone here enables the chunk loader so that the overworld doesn't get unloaded. We are in the spawn chunks, but if all the players leave the overworld, then tile entities stop working, so our multi-item storage and lots of things using pistons, droppers, hoppers, etc., they break, which is kind of weird because all other redstones still work. It's just very, very strange what happens when everybody leaves the overworld, so we need to chunk load it. So we've had a chunk loader here for a long time, but I need to now enable the chunk loader when... I guess I'm actually not exactly sure when I should enable it, so that's one of the things I need to figure out. But basically, when this machine is doing pretty much anything, then the chunk loader should be enabled. So I guess we should be reading this dropper definitely, maybe something up here that's probably this. Oh, this comparator probably, and the comparator down here, and this should be enough. And maybe also some signal from this thing as well, although this is so fast, it's probably not a huge issue, but I definitely wouldn't want it to break. So this thing, it needs to be connected to the chunk loader as well. And I'm not exactly sure how I should achieve this. I mean, one option is to basically just, because it is on... Oh, ouch. It is on this side of the water elevator, so I guess I can just build it up. Is it gonna be too ugly? I mean, it is gonna be ugly that I have a pillar of wall here, but I don't see any other options, and it's the least intrusive of all the options. Though it's super central. Maybe if I put it more to the side, I don't want to do that. No, I'll figure something out, but those are the 2 things I need to finish now. So like I said, this was supposed to be live redstone design, but it ends up being a showcase instead because I just couldn't speak. Oh, and there is another thing I need to do, and I need to just tear this thing down because it is no longer necessary because we are not using anything down here. As you can see here, nothing is connected anymore. And it got replaced by the bubble column that is taking all the items up to the top floor. I did end up extending the wall just up here, and I can pretty much do it to the top of the base, I guess, in the future if I ever need to. Apparently it is fine when the wall connects to the sides here. That doesn't really affect the shape of it, so the observer at the bottom is still observing it correctly. And I am changing the shape by touching it with blocks. I used to do it with pistons that were pulling blocks out, but that didn't really work correctly at all levels. Let's just throw something in. I'm gonna throw... I know I have this. So if we hurry up real fast... Oh, no, 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 no. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There. We missed it. Maybe? No? Wait. The box should be flying somewhere. There we go. That's it. That was enough, right? That one single touch enables a timer that we have in the basement. I was about to say on bedrock level, but it's 64 blocks above bedrock level because, you know, it's the old bedrock level. That's where we have the chunk loader, and one touch enables a timer. I don't remember how long the timer was, but it was quite long, several minutes at least, where the chunk loader is going to be enabled just in case. Well, you know, like if some processing takes a way too long time, it's especially for the item sorter, for it to be able to catch up. That's why we are enabling the chunk loader for that long time. And yeah, so this should be fine. I might add some more points that will be enabling the chunk loading, but I think it's not looking as terrible as I feared it would. Yeah, it's a weird wall, right? But with some imagination, you could think, oh, it is part of the design, and maybe this guy doesn't really know how to design the interior of the base or something like that. It's not too terrible. Yeah, that's all I'm trying to say. I can't have the stairs here, right? Like I have the stairs around here, I can't unfortunately have them on this side because that would change the shape of the wall. And yeah, that would disable the whole ability for this to toggle the chunk loader. Other than that, I guess it's fine. All this infrastructure down here, gone. I removed everything, even everything that was down here, because there was some infrastructure down here, so the base probably looks slightly better from the outside. Not that anybody would have ever noticed anyway, but I'm happy that that's gone. Everything here is fine. Let's just unload some of the junk I picked up. I'm hoping that everything is gonna work fine. There we go. And what's that? That's an empty shulker box. You know what? I'm gonna do something with the empty shulker box. I'm going to... No, that's not what I'm gonna do. I'm going to put all my stuff into here, just so that we can see that the shulker box gets correctly unloaded, but I don't see why not. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Click, 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 click. Boing. There we go, unloading the shulker box there. Why not do it like that? And here we then can see that... Oh no! Oh, I have found a bug. So when unloading the shulker box, we're not enabling the chunk loader. It's okay anyway, because we did enable the chunk loader when the shulker box entered the system, and I think... oh no, the multi-item sorter is not enabling the chunk loader either. But I had an idea here, and I think the idea will work. So if we look at the multi-item sorter here, all these observers are blinking, and we can actually follow how the items are going through the system by just looking at the blinking observers here. And I can probably just take that signal and use that to, well, remove one block or touch one block of the wall here. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. That sounds like the safest option here. So that whenever the multi-item sorter is running, we are definitely loading the chunks. And do I need to do something else intelligent here? No, not really. I think we're completely done. Actually, we're not done. I just remember one thing. What I said at the start is that I wanted to extend the bulk storage system. So I need more shulker box sorters and more shulker box displays. I mean, I'm just gonna place the blocks exactly the way they are. Imagine I place the blocks exactly the way they are here 10 more times. And that's probably gonna happen before the next episode, I hope. I actually probably gonna do it now. But we are done for today. I'm going to be continuing blowing up the area under the redstone factory, hopefully on streams, but I'm not promising anything right now. Like maybe you can still hear my voice is not feeling perfectly great. I'm still a little bit sick, don't know why. But maybe there will be some streams where I'm just gonna mumble like this because I can speak, or something like that. We'll see. Come to Discord. We'll see what happens. I hope to see you there, and if not, I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks a lot for watching, and have a good, improved storage system. Bye!